Okay, people, phones down. Top up your glass. Episode 9, Season 1. Here we go. Steele and Vance. Hello, Linda Steele.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well.
There's a ton of things to talk about today, like too many things to talk about.
Well, let's start with what we talked about last week because you've got an update on something.
Yeah, so we had Brian Burke on the show last week. Scary, interesting, fascinating character.
Scary.
We walked in the room and I was like, it was like someone from the mob walked in. He's almost like an aura around him.
People wanted me to tie his tie so bad. That's his thing, guys. Get over it. It's
People
Berkey.
said he doesn't look happy in any of the photos. It was like, he has a resting mob face, right? I think. He would probably like that.
I am going to get him a T-shirt that says resting mob
There
face.
you go. We talked about the Canucks because they weren't doing very well last week. They're still not doing very well.
But they won one.
But, you know, the Penthouse, the strip club, had done a marquee saying basically Canucks could drink for free, but first you have to win a game. Well, they did. And here's the new marquee. Canucks drink free.
Update.
And I don't think any of them showed up, but the Penthouse is always super clever with its marquee, so good for them.
Well, I mean, they did put up, I lasted 6 minutes with Linda Steele. Didn't they have that?
Yes. They were on my radio show. But I was like, what? Got to take a picture.
Eugene Hernandez sent us some chips. They're represented in our chips. We want to talk a little bit about some special chips.
Well, because our show has a chip theme all the time, Lay's has come out with 3 new World Cup FIFA brands.
Yes.
They're the ones chili, tomato, lime. There's a jalapeno popper, street taco flavor.
Okay.
And here's something cool. If you buy these chips, and they're going to be sold across North America, really, there's a pass the ball challenge. You can scan a QR code for a chance to win a trip to Qatar to go to the World Cup.
I did not know that
Yeah,
twist. Honestly,
that's
I
cool.
did not know that QR code
Yeah.
twist. That is cool, Linda
Why not,
Steele.
right?
This is why it's good to have her around. You know what I'm saying? Details.
Chips.
I've got details.
Okay.
FIFA details. Because you mentioned Qatar.
Yeah.
Al Jazeera English is the official broadcaster of FIFA 2022 in Qatar, and I'm the Canadian correspondent for Al Jazeera English. So
you're
I did
gonna
a
be
preview.
busy?
I did a little preview. It aired last
Is that
night. You'll see it again.
Jimmy Hoffman?
That's our guy, Jim.
We love Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's shooting out there at UBC, and I did a couple of stories, a preview story, and I've gotten a couple of good friends. There we go.
Look at you.
Let's stand up.
Looking good.
Well, I mean, I remember when it was warm and sunny.
Yeah,
I
not anymore.
digress.
For all you people who were saying, oh, I want it to rain, I hope you're happy now.
I'll tell you what I love about this time of year, CFL football. So we're going from one type of football to another. My dad has an orange helmet. He, as a builder, the BC Lions have honored him. Mm-hmm. They are going to the playoff, hosting the Western. Yeah, so
on
excited.
Sunday it's the semifinals against, who is it, Winnipeg? No.
They did not raise their ticket prices, by the way, guys.
Who are they playing in the final, semifinal?
That's a good question.
Anyway, but here's the other big news.
It is the Stampeders.
Is it?
Yeah.
Stampeders.
Yeah.
And also BC gets to host the Grey Cup.
That's it. 111th Grey Cup.
2024.
So I got to go to the Grey Cup in 2011 with my girlfriend Catherine
Where?
Peterson. Here.
Oh, okay.
So I've been to a number of
inside?
Grey Cups. I fluked out. My friend got me tickets that I guess a season ticket holder had neglected to purchase their tickets. It was
sweet.
Kind of a little bit sad. We were front row 50-yard line.
Oh, no, that doesn't suck at all.
It was so great. Catherine had never been to a CFL game ever, and it was a big deal. It was a really big deal. And people were like, how did you get those seats? And the people that didn't cash in on them were sitting up in the rafters. I kind of felt a little bad.
My whole CFL experience has been sitting outside in the middle of winter in a big parka with those hand warmers and everything, watching the Eskimos, which are now the Elks, which I can't get used to. And I don't think they're doing really well either, speaking of the local sports
One
franchise.
of my favorite Grey Cups that I ever covered for Sportsnet was in Edmonton.
Really?
When they played the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and it was remarkably warm in Edmonton. Like it was 5 degrees in Edmonton. So everybody's like walking around in flip-flops and T-shirts and shorts, and I'm like, you people, it is cold here.
Walking around in flip-flops in
love
Edmonton for Grey Cup?
Because it was 5 degrees. But I got to say, the City of Champions, it's a very cool place.
Oh, of course it is.
It really is.
Love Edmonton.
I'm just giving props to your hometown because you often have to give the love here in Vancouver. What else do we have coming up? Got to give you some love because we should hug each other with all the online craziness.
Oh my goodness. There's been so much nuttiness around, Elon Musk taking over Twitter, and we have a headline. This is from the New York Times. Guess what? Right after Musk took it over, there was something like a 500% spike in the use of the N-word.
Yeah, it's awful.
Not cool. So I was thinking, a lot of people were thinking, am I getting off Twitter? So I'm checking out something new called Counter Social. It's another online social media platform.
I went there because you went there, Linda. I'm just going to follow you everywhere you go.
Yeah. You haven't tweeted anything. Well, I guess
I don't know how
tweet.
to.
I don't know what
I
they
haven't
call.
figured it out yet, but I follow you.
I haven't figured it out.
I follow
either.
you.
So we're going to talk to Jesse Miller, who's so interesting. He's a social media educator with Mediated Reality.
It's going to bring us some perspective also on the radicalization of some much beloved Canadians like Jamie Soleil. I mean, that's a big piece of this too. So we'll talk to Jesse. We're also going to talk to physicians, in particular. The president of the Doctors of BC will be with us.
Because family physicians are so burned out and they're quitting. And as you know, it's almost impossible to get a family doctor or get into a Medi-Center or what have you.
Yeah.
And they just got this big new deal, which is yet to be ratified with the province. But it is going to dramatically increase their pay. And there's going to be a registry. So all of us who don't have a family doctor next year can get on this list.
Thank goodness.
And hopefully get some medical support.
And the doctors can get the support that they need in order to support their patients the way they need to. I'm glad that the Doctors of BC and the government have come together to get something done that is now being looked at across the country as like, whoa, this is a model that maybe we should be going with.
Well, remember the ads that Alberta's been running? You know, everybody moved to Alberta. It's cheaper. All of a sudden, family doctors in Alberta going, well, the government in Alberta is a little nutty right now. Maybe we're going to go to BC where they're the highest paid in Canada soon. So that's cool.
Speaking of Canadians, we are known here as far as Canadians are concerned, here in BC in particular, we're a little bit of a lagger in one area.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, when it comes to when you decorate for Christmas, this is a sensitive subject because a lot of people say you do not put up the tree until Remembrance Day is over.
At least.
But the Filipino community celebrates starting in September.
That's fine, but I'm a December 1st. No. We'll talk about this. It's triggering for me.
British Columbians are amongst the last in the country to actually start putting out the decorations.
But what about when it creeps into your stores? Like there was a time where you're like, okay, well, Costco, I get it. They're the big box store, that warehouse that gives whatever. But this at the end of the aisle?
This is when I was at Urban Fair, and that was like 2 weeks ago. I was like, no, it's too early. Stop
and P.S.
it.
And by the way, $22 for an Advent calendar.
I was going to say cheap chocolate, but Lynn's lovely, so I shouldn't say cheap.
They're this
but
big.
Still.
They're this big.
I know.
Kids are supposed to be out anyway.
Yeah, that was well before Halloween.
I'm not down with before Halloween. I'm not down with before Remembrance Day. In fact, I'd like Christmas to just be 25 days in December. I am very strict. Brian loves it, my significant other, and hi, Brian. He loves Christmas, and he curtails it just for me. But if you love it, fine. Just don't
push it. Right? And here's the thing.
on.
When we talked about Halloween, there was all kinds of bad behavior on Halloween.
I was up till 4 in the
want to show
morning.
you a little bit of video. Okay. I mean, this was coming from Delta. Hundreds of kids shooting
This is my old
fireworks
high
at each
school,
other.
Linda.
Come on, you idiots. This happened in Victoria.
I'm so mad at this.
It happened at the PNE, not fireworks, but all kinds of bad behavior. Is it time for CCTV cameras?
Are you asking me now, or can I tell you later?
Oh, you can tell me later, because
Okay.
I think Jody has an opinion.
I definitely do. And we'll talk about it all. But you got to stay tuned for it.
Coming up next, though, if you can't find a family doctor, and so many people can't, the province has a plan, and it starts with a major pay hike for BC's family physicians. Stay tuned for more on that.